so after 2 seasons of pretty much destroying any and all things to do with He-Man, this He-Man and the Masters of the Universe from Netflix, or as I prefer to call it, and I think it should be called, A Poor Man's Troll Hunters, is back for season 3. I don't know if there's going to be another season after this. I haven't heard anything about it, but considering they gave Masters of the Universe Revelation and another season, and that was one of the most horrendous pieces of garbage to ever be portrayed on screen, anything at this point is possible. Let's get into this train wreck as quickly as possible so we could all seek some therapy after. After the end of season 2 last time, when I'm Ram Mam, I still hate that name. Anyway, Ram Mam decided to go evil. Why? Because when you're just stupid, that's what you do. There's no other reason for it whatsoever. She decided to go evil and join Skeletor and raise an army of snake monsters in some weird attempt because Skeletor was going to bring her parents back from the dead. How is he going to do this? We don't know. Why would he do this? We don't know. Is he going to betray her? Of course he is. Would becoming evil help you to accomplish this goal? We don't know. Why are you what would possess you to do this? We don't know. That's pretty much it. There's no real explanation as to why she does this, because there's some nonsense about how, she doesn't feel like part of the team. I mean, what the hell you are? And Skeletor's gonna help her. You know he's evil. You've seen him do evil things. Why would you be stupid enough to think he wouldn't do that? I don't know. But anyway, Skeletor is all ghostly form, whispering sweet nothings of evil to her. And she is all, okay, I'm going to do that. And decides to help him with help him fight against He-Man and things. I don't understand. She was literally trying to just murder He-Man. Adam, who she considers a brother, and yet somehow when you see he's alive, you're okay with that. You just tried to kill him. What the hell did you think he was going to somehow survive? Crazy, stupid name sounding dope. As we do get, what else happened? Alright, yes, so we end up getting to see Eldris again, the sorceress, and because she's there with Teela, and of course we get to find out that the only two black magical women in this entire thing have some connection to them. Who could have possibly seen that coming? Now, I originally thought they were like mother and daughter, but apparently it turns out, and I'm not quite sure about this because they never explain it, I think Teela is a part of Eldris that she kind of split, I don't know if she kind of split herself in two, and Teela is something because Eldris ends up kind of dying and then rejoining her. It's never really explained properly. You're just kind of supposed to go with it, I guess. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but that's what they did. And there's this whole thing now with Ram Mam, I still hate that name, and Skeletor are looking for the tomb of King Grayskull, and they end up encountering Merman, who is apparently the last of the Mer people, and he is trying to stop them because he's still loyal to King Grayskull. But as it turns out, King Grayskull got corrupted by Havoc, and that was kind of a stupid thing there because he really ended up going on, and Eldris was the one who had to stop him because again he was corrupted by Havoc. So whatever becomes of that. Also, you have King Rando is hanging around because everybody seems to be cool with him now. I mean, even though the man has done some pretty questionable things before, but everybody seems okay with it. Some weird reason. Also, Evelyn, not that, okay, remember backtrack for a minute. Evelyn and the rest of her cronies decide to, they harness back some power of Havoc and turn back into Evelyn, Trapjaw, and the other one who kind of whatever the hell he names, kind of hunter thing or whatever the hell he is there. I really try to remember the names that I could care less about the show, so that happens, right? And they get back their power of havoc, and then Evelyn is all weepy and mopey and think about and crying about what is she doing? Why is she even being evil? She don't even know. It doesn't make sense. She's just thinking, and she goes to see Ramam. Still hate that name. I is telling her this, and you're there like, why is anybody supposed to care? But that's what's happening. Also, He-Man gets infected with havoc. Big shocker there, like we all didn't see that coming. Gets infected with havoc and goes kind of on a rampage looking to go after Skeletor. So the other masters have to try and stop him, which they manage to do. And then they go to see Orko, the robotic thing, who apparently supposed to have some spell to remove havoc from Adam, so he could change back into He-Man. He's going to see the real Orko, who tells him about so and about the spell, and while he's trying to use his spell to change whatever the other, ends up changing them into different things, and then they actually end up getting changed into their versions from their cartoon versions from Masters of the Universe Revelation. I'm guessing somebody thought that would be funny. It wasn't, because that show was terrible. This show is terrible, and together they just make terrible, terrible worse. That's all. Long story short, they end up using his spell, remove the havoc from him. Okay. Skeletor ends up going into the tomb of King Grayskull because his plan is to be reborn. And once he's reborn, I don't know. It's never explained again as to how he's going to bring back Ramam's, hate that name, parents, or what he's going to do. It's never explained. But when he does get reborn, surprise, surprise, she decides that she's going to double cross him, and he says the only smart thing he's ever said in this entire thing, and everybody agree with. He was wondering when she was finally going to do, and I was like, oh, come on, obviously. So she asked him if he was ever going to bring a parent back. He tells her yes, as mindless slaves. And I'm like, what did you expect he was going to do? Because it turns out Skeletor's big plan is to change every living thing into him. That's it. He wants to use Havoc and the power of Grayskull to go to the center of the universe and change all of creation into him. It makes any sense? No, but that's what he wants to do. And you're sitting there thinking to yourself, you know Skeletor's going to lose. You know it, because every time he has some brilliant plan to get power, he loses it because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He doesn't. This is the same man who kidnapped a child. He kidnapped Adam when he was like about, I think he was 8 or 7 or 8 or something so, and tried to blackmail Eldris into giving him power, or else he was going to hurt the child. And then what ends up happening, the child ends up stopping you. Then you end up becoming Skeletor and wanted to take over, Eternal, so where it is, and you still got stopped. Then after that, you wanted to go after Havoc to gain even more power, and you got killed. Literally every time you have tried to do anything to acquire power, you failed because you don't know what the hell you're doing, and you're a pain in the ass. That's it. So the Masters gather up Evelyn and the rest of them to try and help fend off Skeletor, who turns into some giant dragon-looking thing to attack, to fly around, spreading his havoc. And then, He-Man and Ram-Man, still hate that name, are fighting him off. But then, in order to save Ram-Man, Adam gives him the sword of power and transfers over the power of Grayskull to him, making him all powerful now. So he flies off into some breach in the universe to change all living things into himself, leaving the Masters powerless. Only for them to discover, surprise, surprise, the power was within them all along. Shocking. So very shocking. We never saw that coming. We never thought of that. So they go into this void, into this dimensional void, and have this big fight with Skeletor that apparently is supposed to be so epic. It really isn't. End up meeting him. He-Man activates the full power of the Sword of Power and of Grayskull, and rather than just simply killing the freak, like literally cutting him in half and killing him, what does he do? Change him back to Keldor and brings him back to Eternos, where he gets locked away in the dungeon forever. But before he gets locked away, he tells them that while he was an all-powerful god, he saw what's coming and they are going to be in trouble. Cryptic warning. And that's that. They all get happily and smile and thing and the other, and then to put a final cherry on this crab cake, you see Evelyn there walking around, and then she's confronted by some strange man who kind of looks like the guy from that Star Trek animated series that they did the other day. He has the same voice and everything, and then he's apparently Hordak, and he calls her daughter. And you're like, okay, let's just hope none of this ever comes back. Once again, this is another waste of time. This entire thing continues to be horrendous. Every season just gets worse and worse, and this season was no better. It made no sense from start to finish. There was no conclusion about anything. Everything surrounding it was just dotish. My final rating for this third season of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, or should I call it as I think it should be, a poor man's Troll Hunters, I give this one a 1 out of 5 once again. This is just terrible, and I sincerely hope that they don't make any more of it. I hope they just let it burn, and that's the end of it. I'm just done with it. After 3 seasons, nobody cares anymore. But this is Netflix, and you never know what they may do. So that's it for me here. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell. Be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.